My name is Alina Mercer. I'm 39 years old. 3 weeks ago, I stood just inside a candlelit private dining room in upstate New York and listened to my younger brother lift a glass of bourbon and announce to 30 guests that I hadn't contributed a single dollar to our parents' anniversary dinner. A few people laughed, just enough to make it sting. My aunt gave a sharp little clap and said the real family should enjoy the night. My mother stared at her napkin. My father stared at his drink. I folded mine carefully, picked up my coat, and walked out without saying a word. Exactly 1 hour later, a manager returned to that same room with a black leather bill folder, and the entire table went silent. Before I tell you what happened when that folder opened, take a second to like, subscribe, and comment where you're watching from and what time it is. Now let me take you back 3 weeks earlier, to the moment this all began. It was Thursday, 4:12 p.m. My phone rang. Mom lit up the screen. I answered, already knowing the tone I'd hear. "Alina, sweetheart," she said softly, that careful voice she used when she needed something. "Do you have a minute?" I leaned back in my office chair. "Of course, what's going on?" A pause. "It's about our anniversary. Your father and I, it's 35 years, and Daniel said he'd plan something, but you know how busy he is." I did know. Busy, in my brother's case, usually meant unavailable. "What do you need, Mom?" Another pause. "Could you maybe look into a place, something nice?" I closed my eyes for a second. It wasn't a question, it never was. "I'll handle it," I said. Her relief was instant. "Oh, thank you, honey, and don't worry about the money. You and Daniel can split it." I didn't correct her. I just said, "Love you, Mom," and hung up. That night at home, my husband Eric was cooking when I told him. He didn't even look surprised. "Your brother late again?" he asked. I nodded. "Do you want help?" he said. "Or do you want me to just be there?" I smiled faintly. "Just be there." Our daughter Lily ran in with a drawing talking about seeing Grandma soon. When she asked why Grandma missed her birthday, I gave the same gentle answer I always did. "She'll be there this time." I said it like I believed it. The next day, Daniel called. His voice was overly cheerful. "Heard you're planning the party. Appreciate you stepping up." I stayed quiet. He kept talking. "We'll split it, of course. Just put my name on it too, so people know we both hosted." There it was. Not help, credit. "We'll figure it out later," I said. He sounded satisfied. The truth is, I had already decided I would pay for everything myself. My parents had been struggling quietly. I handled their taxes. I saw what they didn't say out loud. If I told my mom the real cost, she would cancel the whole thing. So I booked a beautiful venue, paid the deposit, and planned it carefully. Not to prove anything. Just so my mother could sit down and enjoy her own anniversary without worrying. The restaurant was called the Willow Barn. Warm lights, exposed beams, a long wooden table that could seat everyone comfortably. The manager, Alina, was sharp and professional. I told her plainly, "My brother might try to interfere or take credit. Don't let him." She nodded. "Understood." In the days leading up to the dinner, the pattern didn't change. My aunt made comments about real family. My brother hinted more and more loudly that he was hosting. His girlfriend repeated it like it was fact. Even my daughter came home one day saying, "Uncle Daniel is paying for everything." That's when I realized the story had already been written, just not by me. Saturday arrived. I got there early, checked every detail. Everything was perfect. Guests arrived. Compliments flowed, and they all went straight to Daniel. He walked around smiling, accepting praise like he had built the night from scratch. I stayed quiet. I told myself I'd get through dinner, smile for my parents, and leave it at that. Then came the toast. Daniel stood up, tapped his glass, and said, "We wanted to do something special for Mom and Dad, so we chose this place, picked the menu." Everyone raised their glasses. My mother dabbed her eyes. My father nodded. I didn't drink. A few minutes later, my aunt stood and added, "Real family is the one that stays, not the one that disappears." She looked directly at me. No one said anything. I lasted another half hour. When dessert came out, I walked toward my mother, thinking I'd say something kind. I never got the chance. Daniel stood again, a little unsteady now, and said loudly, "Hey, Alina, maybe don't eat too much up here. You didn't pay for any of this." Silence, absolute silence. My aunt laughed lightly. Let the real family enjoy it. I looked at my mother. She didn't look up. My father didn't look up either. That was the moment something inside me changed. I didn't argue. I didn't defend myself. I turned, walked back to my table, told Eric to take Lily to the car, and followed a minute later. Outside, the cold air hit my face. I got into the car, took out Alina's card, and made the call. I need to withdraw my payment authorization, I said calmly. She paused, then asked, full balance? Yes, I said. Charge the rest to Daniel. She understood immediately. We drove away at 8:10. At 9:00, back at the restaurant, Alina walked into the room and placed the bill in front of my brother. Nearly $6,000. When she explained that I had withdrawn payment, the entire table froze. Daniel tried to laugh it off until his cards started getting declined, one after another. His girlfriend stood up, furious. My aunt tried to smooth it over. My father finally stood, pulled out his card, and paid the bill himself. The next morning, my phone was flooded with calls. I didn't answer most of them. But later that day, my brother and aunt crossed a line that couldn't be undone. They used a spare key and tried to enter my home to take items they claimed belonged to them. That ended with police involvement and restraining orders. Weeks passed. Things shifted. My father started calling me regularly. My mother came to see me, really see me, and apologized without excuses for the first time in my life. Slowly, carefully, we rebuilt something new. 6 weeks later, we had Thanksgiving at my house. Just us. No drama, no performance. My daughter asked my mother one simple question. Were you sad when they made Mommy feel small? My mother said yes, and she said she was learning to speak up. That was the moment I knew something had actually changed. So here's what I learned. Family isn't defined by who's related to you. It's defined by who stands up for you when it matters. And sometimes, the strongest thing you can do is quietly walk away and let the truth follow behind you. If you made it this far, drop one word in the comments. Stayed if you're still in your family but with boundaries, or left if you had to walk away completely.